Family Christian Stores, located right here in the United States, was the world's largest Christian retailer. The retail chain had 281 stores in 261 cities as of 2012. It offered a variety of Christian-themed merchandise, especially books, Bibles, gifts, and music. The company was founded in 1931 by two young brothers who were first-generation Americans at the start of the Great Depression. From their farmhouse in Granville, Michigan, Pat and Bernie Zondervan launched Zondervan Publishing House as a company committed to spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ through publishing and eventually Christian resources and products as well. Until 1993, the chain was part of Zondervan, the Christian publishing company that owns the copyrights to the New International Version of the Bible. The two companies share the same office complex in western Michigan. Family Christian Stores had increased its size through acquisitions, including the Joshua's Christian Stores and Shepherd Shop. In 2012, the management team and a group of Atlanta-based Christian businessmen purchased a company from the private equity firm Madison Dearborn Partners, which was the majority owner since 1999. The new owners pledged that 100% of store profit would go towards ministries serving widows and orphans. According to a report from ChristianityToday.com, it states, more than 2 years ago, suppliers forgave Family Christian Stores $127 million in debt so that it could remain open. The chain bought itself back from the equity owners in 2012 and in 2013 promised to donate all profits to serving widows and orphans around the world. But only $300,000 was contributed to charities over the following 2 years, exhibiting how slim the margins were on the $450 million in gross sales the chain generated over that same period. In 2015, Family Christian filed for bankruptcy. Despite $230 million in gross revenues in 2014, the retailer owed more than $90 million. Sales of $305 million in 2008 had steadily shrunk to a projected $216 million in 2015. So, due to online competition such as Amazon.com Prime, this beautiful American-made Christian outreach store had met its match. Family Christian Stores had provided quality personnel that directed its customers to locate the latest soul-winning gifts, and as an added bonus, offered to pray for the patrons as well as the ones receiving the gifts. The crazy thing about this is I actually worked at the Family Christian Store where I have been showing you the interior setting. I helped open this store in 2006. We worked at a store that was much smaller in space, less floor space, less square footage, and due to the proceeds and how fast we had grown just in the 1.5 years I'd been with the company, we had to expand. And we moved over to this much larger building, which was about 3 times larger than the one we were in previously. Of course, it has been nearly 11 years since I worked at that company, but it was a great job. It was a great atmosphere, a lot of good people I was able to meet while working there and work with as well. I remember when I first started, they had just started opening the stores on Sundays from 12 to 5, what they called in between church services, to be able to support people who weren't able to get there any other time. And it was causing a large hiccup throughout the company. A lot of people quit or left or stepped down from maybe positions of leadership at that time. And that was why I was able to actually get hired there, because the previous sales manager had decided to step down. So I consider that a blessing that I was able to work there. And I did work on some Sundays too. But it goes to show that opening on Sunday and getting that extra bit of business didn't do anything for that company. And how many companies that are still open today are closed on Sunday. And just that extra day doesn't really make that big of a difference in the overall scheme of things. Companies like Chick-fil-A and Hobby Lobby are closed on Sunday. Lifeway Christian Stores are closed on Sunday, and they are still open. So consider that when doing your business model, what really makes a company work. With that being said, however, Family Christian Stores did a lot for churches, for charities, for just an individual. I shopped there as a kid. I actually didn't know a lot about new music coming out until I got my newest Family Christian Store flyer in the mail, packed with coupons and the newest and latest and greatest music that was coming out. I would spend hours listening to the music, and then I would buy maybe one CD, but it was something that I was able to experience week to week, every Tuesday when new music came out. It's there that I also met my future brother-in-law and other people that I'm still friends with even today. Thank you, Family Christian Stores. You'll always have a special place in my heart.